Mark was born in Nagpada, Bombay on November 27, 1946. Nagpada was a wonderfully cosmopolitan area with Muslims, Jews, Christians, and Parsis. Life was so wonderful that all of us mixed with each other. Mark was a great tennis player, cricketer, and excelled at marbles, wooden top, and kite flying. Dad finally found a place near Umarkadi, which was walking distance from our grandmother's home, school, and church. We were quite poor by today's standard and lived in a 2-room house, not 2-bedroom. The first room was where the 4 brothers slept in 2 bunk beds. I slept in the lower bunk and Michael in the top of the other one. Mark slept in the upper bunk and Marty in the lower as he was a sleepwalker. The only other furniture was a dining table with 4 chairs and a cabinet where the plates were kept. During the day, the lower beds were used to entertain guests who dropped by. The other 2 rooms was a small kitchen and a single bathroom. Our parents slept in the other room with the 2 sisters. Phil was born here in 1956. Now Mark used his bed as his home. He collected all his stuff like cards, marbles, cigarette packets, and other rubbish, which he invented as playthings, and every free moment he was up there living in his fantasy world. Mark was short, so Mom made him hang from the doorframe in the hope he would stretch out. The next major story was when Mark studied at the IIT Bombay. He formed a rock group called the Electrons, with Brian Sequeira on rhythm guitar, Malcolm Mumzadar on bass guitar, and a very talented guy on the lead guitar, of whom I cannot remember the name. Mark was a drummer. He was very good. When Mark moved to the U.S. in 1970 and studied at Pratt Institute and lived in Brooklyn, the show Sesame Street was invented by Jim Henson with the Muppets. And Mark took such a fascination to it that he would miss classes on occasions as there was no video recording devices in those days. I think his favorites were Kermit the Frog and Miss Piggy, Oscar the Grouch. The show was so popular that the new characters were invented over the years. He discovered Neil Diamond and that's all he played for a few years. Song Sung Blue, Sweet Caroline, He Ain't Heavy, and Suleiman. Not much after I moved to Canada and started my family, Mark started his, and we don't have many memories of those in-between years. Mark played an important role in supporting me and advising me on my move to Kuwait, and for that I will be eternally grateful.
Mark, happy birthday. Here's to 1974, John's birthday, September 7th, when I first met you. And here's my lockbox. This is my love letters over the following 18 months until 1976, when we started life together. To quote Jane Austen, happiness in marriage is entirely a matter of chance. Yes, I was a flaming radical when we first met, and conversation ever since has never been dull. For almost 41 years, life with you has been a fascinating adventure. We had 3 gorgeous babes, 2 drop-dead stunning guys, and a home that's a sanctuary for love, debate, and laughter. You are a gift, not just to me, but to my parents, Angela, my brothers, and our sons. You are the best. A man of integrity we respect, admire, and love. And through these 4 decades, I salute you. You survived living with an artist who's driven you crazy. And you've put up with my sense of humor. Thanks so much for being my love, my friend, my benefactor, and greatest supporter to follow my passion as an artist. I'm eternally grateful to you to have had this incredible freedom to live life with you to the fullest, enveloped with love, passion, debate, travel, and adventure. I love you. Happy birthday, sweetheart. Cheers.
Mark, my buddy, my bro, my hero. One of the best things in my life was you being my brother-in-law. Love it when you hum a tune consistently and I ask you if you are conscious when you do it and you say, no. Love it when you consistently step on the gas and release it. Then step on the gas and release it. And when I ask you why and you say, really, I do? Love it when you randomly say Prosecco or Iniesta loudly for no apparent reason. But thank you for all the things and places you have given and shared with me. Thank you for always being there for me anytime. You are my buddy, my bro, and my hero. So, on behalf of President-elect Trump and me, we would like to wish you a very, very happy birthday.
Yeah, it's Mili and Mommy, also known as Sarah. And we just want to say happy birthday, Uncle Mark. And we love you so much. And we're so happy to be a part of your family. Can you say happy birthday, Uncle Mark?
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. We love you. Bye.
Mark's been a good friend close to 40 years. He loves sports and music, but maybe not beers.
He flies around the world, teaching finance and such. The knowledge he's mastered, we know that is much.
His mustache is his trademark, impressive it be. Cigars are his pleasure, as all can see.
70 years is a milestone you've reached on this day. Happy birthday, dear Mark.
Cheers and hooray! Happy birthday!
Doesn't know.
Very angry, very, very angry.
It's a medley, folks. Very angry, very, very angry. 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 Okay, stop.
There's no pride in finance.
Okay, continue.
Happiest birthdays, Mark. Well, where can I start with memories of you? They go back so long ago to when I was probably about 2 years old. To you taking me to Nanny's house via the Irani restaurant, you remember that? And I'd pick up the most expensive sweet food top, and of course you could never say no to me. And then you teasing me mercilessly, and I crying and you telling me you only tease those who you love. How true is that? I say the same to my boys. Well, I got really, really, really lucky having you for my brother, didn't I? Thanks so much, Mark, for all you've done for me over the years, and you continue to do. I love you, and wish you only the best always. Bye, brother.
Hi Mark, greetings for your birthday right from Porto in Portugal. Sorry it's not a Tawny Port yet, but we'll do that to you later tonight. A favorite memory of mine was way back when Kirin was about 2 or 3 years old at our home in Council Bluffs, and he wanted a banana, and of course I peeled it and broke half off and gave it to him, and that caused him to have a raging fit. And so you had to fix it for him. And guess with what? Your ingenious method, Scotch tape. He ended up with a whole banana, a big smile. He was happy, as were the rest of us. It's always been your ingenious way of bringing joy and gifts to people, whether it was through a Broadway show, a series of musicals recorded, or music as recently as for Uncle Ozzie and Auntie Ruthie. You continue to give of yourself and of your time. Best gift of all. Happy birthday, brother, and many more.
Our favorite story of Mark is when he told us about the night before his wedding, his father came in and warned him that
fatness runs in the family! Happy 70th birthday, Mark!
My favorite memory of Uncle Mark would have to be our soccer banter. It's always two-horse La Liga versus long ball EPL. Yeah. So, one thing I really appreciate about Uncle Mark is that he took the time and patience to listen to the opposing point of view about the game. And I also learned quite a bit about La Liga from him. And this, I guess, enables us to enjoy the game better. So very happy birthday, Uncle Mark. I wish you all the best of health, success, and happiness. And of course, like, success for Barcelona FC. They really should have put one in against Malaga yesterday.
Happy birthday from Cambodia, Uncle Mark. I miss you and I can't wait till we can drink some Prosecco. I hope you have a great day.
Hi, Mark. I'm sorry we are not able to make it for your birthday. We would have very much liked to come and join you for the special day, but with Odette's birthday just having passed and our trip to Austin, we are leaving tomorrow. It's tough to fit all this in. Rohan has suggested that we make a video, and so I'm going to leave it to him to put the pieces together. So let me start by wishing you a very happy birthday on this special day. I hope you have a wonderful birthday, and I'm sure your sons and friends will be around, so I hope you have a good and memorable time. It's remarkable as to how fast time seems to have passed us by. We are now all in our 70s, and something that seemed so far away when we were young kids growing up in Nagpara. Amazing how fast time flies, and before you know what's happened, here we are at probably being called old guys. You know, when I look back at life, I think we've been very, very fortunate. Though the early part of our life, you could probably say we were middle class or even lower middle class, at least financially, we had a very good and happy life. Growing up in Nagpara was a unique experience. Living with all the variety of people, Jews, the Muslims, some of our Catholic friends and fellows from all different stratas of society, we had a good life. It's amazing that in Mustafa Manzil, out of 16 flats, 10 of those were occupied by Jews. And when I tell many of my friends here about the ratio of Jews that we had in Mustafa Manzil, they are simply amazed. They find it unbelievable. But, you know, that apart, life was very, very colorful then. I can remember with such clarity the friends that we had. What comes to mind very often is the games that we played. We had any amount of sports. We had cricket, which we played in that little passage in Mustafa Manzil. It's unbelievable how the neighbors put up with all that noise and commotion. I remember Shushanna would so often plead with us to make less noise because the mother was dying, but I guess at that age, all those things flew above your head. When you look at the number of games that we played, we had cricket, hockey and football, which were the more regular sports. Then there was table tennis, badminton, tennis-court, and then there were the other games that were made up by us, things like gilli dandu, hututu, and what they call kabaddi these days, kite flying, tops, packets, marbles. It's simply amazing what different ways we found to pass time. And they were all so full of fun and enchantment that it's hard to put all that in perspective. When I look at my grandkids, any activity that they have, their parents have to drive them to wherever. And I really don't know how much fun they have as compared to what we enjoyed. I see very often kids playing games down the street. I shouldn't say often, it's a rare sight in fact. But even when they play out, they have to have a parent sitting out there keeping an eye on them and whatever, I suppose for fear that somebody is going to come and do them some harm. And here we were as kids, walking all the way to school, which was about a mile away. So you did a mile each way, and what were we? When we went to school, I was probably 11, with 4 of us walking all the way to St. Mary's. Not to mention Errol Gonde and some of the others joining us. And what were we? We walked to school and things were perfectly safe. Very often, I wonder if you ever recall walking through the morgue to take a shortcut. Were you ever afraid of walking through the morgue? Well, I used to get creeps. I probably walked through because we felt safe in numbers. But things were good then. Umar Kari was, while not as entertaining as Nagpara, was also full of fun. We had any amount of activity. I don't know if you remember playing hockey in the JJ Hospital compound, where the Mali used to frequently come and chase us out. And then we had one of the doctors who lived just across from the field come and intercede for us. Later on, I found that the Dr. Vivian Barreto was actually Lorena's uncle. Unfortunately, I never got to see him here in the US. He used to live in New Orleans. I would have very much liked to go and see him just to thank him for interceding for us and trying to find out if he ever remembered these young boys coming and playing out there in the field. St. Mary's was also full of fun. School was special, even though Christopher often mentions that he never really enjoyed school in St. Mary's, but I don't know, for whatever reason. I had a good time, and I don't know about you, but I'm sure you must have done likewise. Though I never shone academically, I think you were probably the shining star there amongst the 4 of us. Even though you probably started doing much better in the latter years. I always remember Daddy being very proud of you and your achievements, particularly getting into IIT. He strutted around St. Paul's Road telling everybody about what his son was doing and so on and so forth. I remember when you got your PhD, he never tired of telling his friends that Dr. Mark Castellino in America was his son. So that was one of the special joys you brought to both Mommy and Daddy. And I'm sure they told you of that any number of times. I went out to sea at the age of 17 and then sort of lost much of the pleasure of living in Bandra, because by the time we moved to Bandra, I was to come down only during vacations. But I think you fellows had a good life there. In a sense, I envy Philu, and her life in Melbourne, because she is fortunate to have the entire family, which is very close by, so any occasion is always very well attended, and they have a very good sense of communication between all of them. It's a pity with us scattered all over the country and leading our busy lives. This is something that I miss at least. You know, with us getting older, I think we should try and get together now on a few occasions. I think life is probably slowing down, at least for Marty and me. And maybe during the coming year we should try and get together, so we have the opportunity of enjoying each other's company and sharing some of the old times. Well, I'm not going to take up much more time, Mark, but before I wind up, let me again wish you a happy birthday and hope you enjoy this special year with Leonie and both the boys who are going to be down with you. And I look forward to seeing you sometime soon. Take care and God bless you.
Real
So, John, what is your favorite memory of Mark Castelino?
I've enjoyed all the times I've spent with Mark. I guess when we dragged Mark to a soccer game with the promises of it being exciting and enthralling and entertaining, and it ended up being like a glacier moving slowly or not at all. And Mark was very gracious about that and still at least pretended to enjoy himself. I admired that.
Not bad. So my favorite memory is also something related to soccer. My favorite memory with Mark is when it's a nice spring day sitting outside together in the Ironbound and the Spanish bar, enjoying one or two or maybe even 3 beers and watching, in this case actually good soccer. Typically on one screen Barca would be playing. That's what makes Mark happy. And the other screen typically would feature a Bayern game.
Oh, lucky you.
So let me ask you, what is your favorite thing about Mark?
When we first moved here, Mark invited us to his house for Thanksgiving, which was far above and beyond the normal sort of work friendliness, and we really appreciated that, really enjoyed that. And now with our 3rd year of a Castellino Thanksgiving, we look forward to this every fall as part of our yearly tradition, and that was really kind of Mark.
Agreed.
And you?
Let me see. So for me, it was definitely when I first came here, I pretty much didn't know anybody besides you. And Mark marched into my office and welcomed me, made me feel, like I had someone that I could talk to, could rely on. And not only did he offer his own friendship, but also introduced us to his son Kirin, and he introduced us to his wife.
He forced Kirin to hang out with us.
That's right.
So that's something.
But that was very nice of Mark. We met Leonie. So he pretty much welcomed us into his entire family. And so thank you.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Hi Mark, this is Lolly from Goa. I'm at my cousin Amelita's place, wishing you a very happy 70th birthday. Take care.
My brother Mark turns 70. I remember Mark, Leonie and Rohan surprising me by attending my 70th birthday in Cincinnati. That meant so much to me. Mark and Leonie were very generous with their time and resources. They allowed us, the new immigrants, to stay at their place in Mawa till we found our way in this country. Going back in time to our school days, the 4 Castelino brothers went to St. Mary's High School in Mazagon. There we were known as the Marx brothers. Mark was very savvy when it came to street games like marbles, tops, cigarette packets and kite flying. We grew up in Umarkadi in a 2-bedroom flat. Due to lack of space, we shared 2 sets of bunk beds. I used the lower bunk and Mark the upper bunk. If you lifted the mattress of Mark's bed, you would find an array of marbles or tops depending on the time of the year. Mark was always a favorite of Uncle Gilbert, who on his way to work would drop by our grandmother's house with chocolates. Mark always had the first pick of the chocolates. He was Uncle Gilbert's favorite nephew. Mark always loved giving names to friends. Errol Siquiera became Errol Gonde. Cousin Edwin was known as Pinky Lawless. Some of these names have stuck till this day. Want to end up with happy 70th birthday, Mark. I'm so happy to have you as my brother.
Hi Mark, wishing you a very happy 70th birthday. I was going to send you a gift, however you did get the best gift of all on November 8th. Enjoy it for the next 4 years, maybe 8. All the best.
Mark, wow, you're 70 years old. I met you some 40 plus years ago, soon after I met Haren. And soon after that, we started having those early morning teas at Haren's and yours apartment, which I think set the momentum for our lifelong friendship with each other. One of my fondest memories for that time is finding Leonie's picture on your wall accidentally, and what a wonderful surprise that was. I found out that she was the love of your life, and that in spite of our insistence on attending our wedding, you had to go off to India and get engaged to her. We now understand for many years why that was, and only reason we forgive you because you brought Leonie into our life. I have continued to admire you all my life for your intellect, for your passion and devotion in things and people you really believe in. All of us love you dearly, and my children call you Uncle Mark very affectionately. Stop. Anyway, this is who I am. Got a little emotional, but I wish you a very happy 70th birthday and many, many more years to come.
Hi Mark, it's Malu, Frank, Nigel, Maxine, and little baby Liam, phoning to wish you a happy, happy 70th. Wow, if we could only look like you when we're 70, we'd be happy campers. God bless you, lots of hugs, and we hope we see you soon.
Hey Mark, Fran and I want to wish you a happy 70th birthday. It's hard to believe so much time has passed. Our visits are too few and too far between, but we want you to know that we treasure your friendship and we treasure the time we get to spend with you and Leonie. Hopefully we'll get to see you soon and celebrate this birthday, even if somewhat belatedly.
May you be blessed with good health and happiness in the years ahead, and may you have the longevity of your grandmother and Peter and hit the century.
Yep. Happy birthday!
Happy birthday, Mom. And happy birthday, Mom.
Okay.
And may you be blessed with good health and happiness in the years ahead.
Array, tell him may he enjoy many more cigars.
And yes, may you
Enjoy a lifetime more of cigars.
To compete with your grandmother, I think you should cut down on your cigars.
Hey, that's not fair.
Hi, Uncle Mark. Happy birthday. I hope you're having a fantastic celebration. I was thinking about my favorite memory, and I don't think it's one memory, but
the tradition of coming over for Thanksgiving and seeing you all over different holidays, and always watching you and my dad debate late into the night. And then at some point I think I joined in. I really loved those. I loved the spirited but friendly debate, and I've loved that we can always get together and have disagreements, but always enjoy good food and a lot of laughs. And it's been a real treasure in my life, and I really am so grateful that you've always been a part of my life since I was a tiny, tiny person. So I wish you the very best on your 70th birthday, and I look forward to celebrating into many more Thanksgivings and beautiful meals together. Cheers.
Happy 70th birthday, Uncle Mark. I think my favorite memories with Uncle Mark are probably pretty obvious. Our annual Thanksgiving Battle Royale of Ideology is definitely my favorite, something that I look forward to every year. And what's my favorite thing about Uncle Mark? My favorite thing about Uncle Mark has got to be his relentless optimism about the idea that he could ever change my mind, which I just appreciate. And I have that same optimism about him, so it goes both ways. So happy birthday, Uncle Mark. I am so happy to have you in my life as an influence. I've always been happy about that. You've broadened my intellectual horizons, and I look forward to many more Thanksgiving fights to come. All right, happy birthday. Bye.
Hi, Mark. Sending you birthday greetings on your 70th from
Portugal.
From Portugal. We're still in Lisbon, leaving for Sintra in an hour or so.
Happy birthday, Uncle Mark. I'd just like to say that a lot of our viewpoints have been pretty backwards, but one of my favorite backwards viewpoint of yours is my nickname Iguch. So there's a lot to cram right into there. But another classic Uncle Mark moment is definitely you giving all of us cousins a VHS copy of Selena. It's how we learned about a young Tejana superstar who was slain way too early. And every time she comes on the radio, I was thinking about you, drumming to Biggie Jiggy Bum Bum.
Happy birthday, Uncle Mark. Who I first lost my major bet to in World Cup soccer out in Tennessee, who playing games with Piggy growing up, and the nickname Cuz and Prunes.
So my oldest memory of you is coming to your concert at St. Mary's, where you were Miss Bonner LLA with a crew cut because your beloved brother Michael shipped you off to the barbers the day before. And I think they had to glue or put scotch tape to stick the bow in your head. Anyway, from that on to your days at IIT, where you'd come home on the weekends and always supply me with a new brain twister or math problem to solve. Are you laughing at me?
No, I'm saying wrap it up.
Oh, okay. And
one task we've been given this week is trying to teach Ramsey how to whistle, and we were trying to figure out how to whistle like you without actually pursing your lips. So how was it?
Well, if we could do it, we would have whistled through the happy birthday to you. Anyway, a happy 70th and many more great times and days ahead.
Hi, Uncle Mark. It's Abe. I just wanted to wish you a happy 70th birthday on behalf of all of the Shinoys. I still remember when we first came to the U.S. in '88, you and Auntie Leonie were among the first people we met. I probably couldn't put into words how great it was what you all did for us, bringing us into your social circle, making us feel like we had family here in this strange country when we first got here. And as I said, there's no way I can put that into words. Thank you for that. So happy to be able to be part of your 70th birthday celebration. One of the things that was asked for in this tribute is what is one of my favorite things about you. What I'd say my favorite thing about you is is how much you know on so many different subjects, from Reaganomics to The Simpsons, and sometimes you can put both of those in the same sentence. And just, every time I talk to you, it's like I feel like I walk away smarter, and I'm sure a lot of people feel that way. So that's one of my favorite things about you. Again, thank you for everything you've done for us. And congratulations on 70. I can't wait to celebrate with you. Happy birthday.
Happy 70th birthday, Uncle Mark. From your goddaughter, there's some things I appreciate about you. Your passion towards teaching and education, the way you so boldly go to China, sharing all the wisdom you have. Also your generosity. You and Auntie Leonie have been so great to us. When we came to the States, the way you really showed us the ropes, took us in, as well as today. So generous with always inviting us, always kind of sharing your thoughts with us. Want to wish you a very, very happy 70th birthday and many more happy ones to come.
This is my memory of how I met Mark. One early September morning, I walked into the department chair's office at Baruch College, and in the reception area. And as I was waiting, I noticed there was another Indian fella sitting there, about my age, and looked vaguely familiar. And so we started chatting, and turned out that he'd gone to the same engineering school in Bombay as I had, and graduated in the same year. That was nearly 44 years ago, and that was start of a long, long friendship. The friendship, of course, deepened over the years, over many, many arguments, late night arguments, which I enjoyed. I don't know about Mark. And blossomed into a family friendship. I remember those Friday night dinners in New York with Leonie and Gita, and camping trip upstate New York, and of course over 30 years of shared Thanksgiving celebration. Mark, we are grateful to have you in our life. Our lives are richer for it. And as one septuagenarian to another, about to be, wish you happy 70th and many, many, many more to come.
Happy birthday, Mark.
Happy birthday!
It's
Me?
and Ira from Beijing,
China.
China. We just wanted to wish you a Juni Shangru Kwai Le. Anyways, happy birthday. We were trying to figure out a present for you. We were thinking about one of these, the Texas Instrument calculators, because after all these years, we still can't figure out how to use it. So come on back over and show us, and wishing you the very best on your special day. Happy birthday.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hi, Mark. Well, it's your birthday coming up, and we've been told to say some nice things about you. Well, one of the things that your son said to mention was a favorite memory of you. I frankly, zilch, no favorite memories of you, just nightmares. I mean, dawn to dusk, teasing, from the time I woke up in the morning to the time I went to sleep. I mean, there you are, pulling my pants off for doing something like that. Anyway, those are good times anyway. And looking back, it was all fun. I mean, you still do visit, and I guess that's the best part about you, keeping in touch and a lot of affection for all of us out here. So let me wish you today, have a blast. Happy birthday from all of us here in Chennai. Cheers.
Happy birthday, Mark.
Hi, Mark. Happy birthday from Jane and Eric.
Happy birthday. Hope you enjoy.
Bye.
Bye.
Hi, Professor. This is Mitch talking to you from Los Angeles. Thank you so much for the mentorship and the friendship. You're one of the best people that I've met ever, and I'm so grateful to know you. And I look forward to many, many more good years. And I hope you have a very wonderful 70th, and you take care of yourself. Be well.
Hey, Uncle Mark. Hope you're having a great birthday. Wanted to send you a quick message and say thank you for all that you've done for me. And a couple things in particular. I really appreciate all the insight you've shared on financial and political conservatism. It means a lot to hear your perspective, and I've always welcomed it. Second, you were the first one to introduce me to two of my favorite sports teams, the New York Jets and the New York Yankees. And although there have been some tough times rooting for those teams, there have also been some world championships to go along with it. So thank you for everything. I hope you have a great birthday and look forward to sharing many more with you in the future. Take care.
Mark, dearest, a very, very happy birthday to you. We're thinking of you today and wishing you all the very, very best.
We want to wish you good health, prosperity, love, and everything what you want to wish yourself.
Yes. Have a great day, a super year, many, many happy years together, all of you. Lots and lots of love.
From both of us.
Yes. Bye.
Mark, I wish you a very happy birthday and many, many happy ones to follow. As a recent septuagenarian, I welcome you to this august club. My thoughts go back to the time when you first came to Bandra. Even at that age, I observed that you were a deep thinker. I enjoyed some of the same books that you read, namely James Michener, and would often borrow books from you. In 1989, Leonie and you welcomed us warmly into your home and helped us to get acclimatized to life in the US. For that, I will always be grateful. Once again, happy birthday, Mark.
Happy birthday, Uncle Mark! We're wishing you a very happy 70th birthday. Hope it's great. And thinking about fun memories, I still remember the first time I got to be a babysitter, which was for Kirin when he was a little baby. You dropped him off at my parents' house on your way to a Neil Diamond concert. I had no idea who Neil Diamond was at the time, but it's a very fond memory I have. I also really remember all of the sleepovers that all the kids had at your Pond Lane home. Just endless hours of hide and seek and fort building. And you guys were always just so warm and welcoming and loving. So we have really fond memories there, and we hope you have a wonderful birthday.
Hi, Mark. Young Jai and I wish you a wonderful 70th birthday and many, many happy returns. It's been a wonderful friendship. I'm trying to think over 40 years. Yeah, wow. And have really enjoyed some heated discussions with you, and of course some really, really good single malt scotches over the years. Let's hope we can enjoy some more of those. And again, have a wonderful day. Take care. Love, Young Jai and Gaurang.
Happy birthday, Mark. I'm very happy to give this tribute to you. You're one of the best people I know, always kind, always thinking of others. I remember many times you coming to my office to discuss politics and talk about especially the Giants and Yankees. In fact, one of my fondest memories is when you and Rohan, myself, and my daughter Amanda went to a Yankee game at the old Yankee Stadium. Not only that, I remember also going to Singapore together and how you helped me buy presents for my kids. You were able to do negotiation. I was not quite a negotiator as you did. And I remember many times you approached somebody and they'd give a price and you would just say, nah, you would walk away and get them to come down the price by about 50%. Also, one of the things that you would do that no other faculty would have done is to come in a monkey suit to scare people on Halloween. You come to the office, and of course you were disappointed that I recognized that it was you. But that's only because I know you so well. You're the only person I know that would put on, would do that at an office, trying to make people happy. So congratulations, happy birthday, many more. As we say in finance, keep on trucking.
Hi Mark, I just want to greet you. Happy birthday. Wow, you're turning 70. Well, you've aged gracefully, I must say, and I hope that I have aged as gracefully as you have. Well, this greeting is from Justine, Purdy, and myself. We are actually in Copacabana right now. We will be home in a few days, and I hope to see you in New York, and we will celebrate. I remember the first time I met you, I thought you were Professor Poe. Remember that? Well, that was the start of a very beautiful friendship. We've shared so many happy memories together in the last 40 years. Yes, 40 years. We've had a lot of discussions, disagreements on political issues, climate change issues, economic issues, but we're still friends, okay? So let's create more happy memories together in the future. You're one of our dearest, closest friends. We love you, Mark. Happy birthday.
Mr. Castelino. And many, many more.
And many, many more.
Mark, happy birthday. You see us all assembled here. It's very nice to have you as a neighbor, and I welcome you to the 70th birthday club.
Happy birthday, Mark.
Happy birthday, Mark. And it's been nice having you as a neighbor for all the years. And we hope to do more, many, many more. Good luck and God's blessing.
Hi, Mark. This is Gerard here, wishing you a happy 70th birthday and welcoming you to the fold of septuagenarians. You and I get along quite well, but when it comes to politics, we find ourselves on different sides of the spectrum. It took me a long time to figure this out, but I finally figured out that you watch Fox News like that here enough truth that you think that I believe is the best enough untruth. Anyway, to be fair to you, you also read the New York Times, so you're keeping a foot in each camp. Something else I think I admire about you is your devotion to your family, to Leonie and the children, sons, Rohan and Kirin. In addition to the New York sports teams, you, like the Cubs and Notre Dame, my two favorite teams, and you've given me so much to hear, and I get it all, I put it on, and take a picture and send it to you. Now, Mark has worked tirelessly for Rutgers University, and because of that work and devotion, he's received a well-earned sabbatical. You've spoken on behalf of Rutgers in different parts of the world, China, Singapore, and South Africa also. So sit back, keep Fox News in the background, read the New York Times, and enjoy your Rocky Potter because love you, Mark. Happy birthday from all of us.
Hi, Uncle Mark. Here's wishing you a happy 70th birthday from Ottawa.
I just heard today that we, Rutgers Executive MBA, are ranked number 7 in the world in finance by the Financial Times 2016. If finance in Rutgers EMBA is the tower that stands high above all others, then it stands on the foundation built by our finance guru, Mark Castelino. Mark has taught not one but 2 major courses in the Rutgers Executive MBA program over the last 20 years, and we all stand on the shoulders of this giant. Thanks to you, Professor, we are world leaders in finance and executive education. Thank you, old buddy, and happy birthday, Farouk. Dear Uncle Mark, wishing you a happy birthday, 70, wow. Thank you for all the advice and counseling over the years. You helped shape some of my decisions, and for that I am grateful. You have 2 great kids, Rohan and Kirin, who have turned out to be fine men and a wonderful wife. I hope you take time to enjoy this milestone with some family and friends. Happy birthday, Ranjith. If I had to say my bit of remembrance of Uncle Mark, it would be this. Number 1, Limca Sal. Number 2, Indiana Jones. Number 3, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Number 4, The Muppets. Number 5, Neil Diamond. Number 6, Kisses and Hugs. And number 7, Alf.
And girls, I'd like to be serious for a moment, if I may. Spotlight, please. I just want... Come on, guys, I'm not doing a spotlight bit. Let's have a warm, crusty welcome for my estranged father, Rabbi Hyman Kislowski. Lenny, a little reconciliation music, if you please. Oh, mine papa, to me was so wonderful. Oh, mine papa, come on, Dad. To me he was so good. You know the words. No one could be so gentle and so lovable.
I got something in my eye.
Here, take my hanky. He always understood. We haven't seen each other in 25 years.
Oh, I love you, son.
I love you too, Daddy.